We're feeling good today, folks. See, I have seen some real stinkers today in the line chat of people's crafted legendary items, and man, I believe in the law of averages, which means all of your bad rolls means someone's got to balance it out. Someone's got to get a good roll, and today we're making the Armor of the Tyrant. Greetings, Commanders! Okay, I have been patiently waiting to get my pure crystals so that I could finally craft my Armor of the Tyrant. This is part of the 3 new unique legendary items that are going to be best in slot for most everything. There's going to be a few exceptions here and there. Basically, last patch they dropped the Armor of the Titan there, the Armor of the Tyrant, the Titan, and the Gift of the Valkyrie. The Titan is awesome. Unfortunately, it can have a really bad roll. It's not like the Nixoff faction pants or other event gear that just has a straight up just raw stat. It's always going to be a 40% base stat. These ones are going to be random like normal legendary gear, but man are they expensive. 10 Thunders, 1 Energy Stone, 5 Pure Crystals. If you're saving up for Tier 9, you do not want to be wasting your Pure Crystals. So, you know, I haven't done a complete breakdown of all the items yet, at least at the time this video is being made. And I'm only really going to talk about the Armor of the Tyrant because that's what this video is about. And this item is a raw 50 to 80% on the base. And if you get an 80% perfect roll, every time you upgrade it, you get 8% per level. At level 10, that's an extra 80%. Level 20, another 80%. So by the time you're at level 40, assuming you're ever going to go that high, you'll have 400% bonus defense. That's huge. It's going to be best in slot for every commander except and every commander in a fair fight. Remember, Death Knights or Black Knights tier suppression is fantastic, and it's always going to be best if you have higher tier than your opponent. But in a fair fight for big fights, and you're going tier 10 versus tier 10 or tier 7 versus tier 7, Armor of the Tyrant in a fair fight is always going to be the best when you don't need tier suppression, except for Plasma, Rita, maybe Stella, because dodge is really good for infantry commanders, and you're going to want Void on those commanders instead. So you'll probably want Void on your infantry commanders, but for everyone else, Armor of the Tyrant. I'm excited. It is raw defense, not HP. That's fine. Those stats basically are interchangeable as far as I'm concerned. I haven't found data to contradict that yet, so some skills seem to affect or ignore defense and rely more on HP. Some skills like basic attacks rely more on defense, so there's a little bit give and take there. Skills are kind of like magic damage, but we'll get into that in a whole other video. Okay, so let's talk about upgrading gear real fast. If you look at, there we go, Black Knights. Every time you upgrade the Black Knight, you get 2% HP, 2% defense, and a little bit of tier suppression. What that means, though, is you're getting 2 defense, 2 HP, which is 4% per level in defensive stats, plus the tier suppression. Now, the tier suppression has no value in a fair fight, right? If you're going tier 10 versus tier 10, tier suppression doesn't do anything for you. I want to compare that to, what's the airship one? Come on. Normal Sheldrias can be up to 3% per level. That's not very good. Body of the Phoenix goes up 1.5% for a total of 4.5% per level. And there it is, Creator. Creator will give you 4 plus 2, so 6%. 6% total. 4 on the defense, 2 on the HP. So every time you upgrade that, you get 6% of your defense stats. So what you want to have, and now remember, that Creator only works on airships. The Armor of the Tyrant is going to work on all defense, all troops. And on a perfect roll, at 80%, you will get 8% to your defensive stats per level. So let's revisit that. The the Black Knight Armor will give you 4% to your defensive stats per level, plus tier suppression, which we're not countering in there, factoring in this. Your Creator Armor is going to give you 6% to your defensive stats per level. And your Armor of the Tyrant is going to give, at most, 8% per level. So it is definitely the best defensive for that reason. Now, for the sake of this video, and because everyone's had such bad rolls, let's get this thing started so I can show off the best Armor of the Tyrant in the game. Now, you'll see I ate a bunch of level 13, level 8 gear there. I don't use those anymore. They even had gems in them. I just don't use them. I have no need for them. This is their use now. I have Black Knights and other gear that I'll always use for my other commanders, so I'm happy to get rid of those. Less items in the inventory, and we have started our crafting. Now, of course, I'm not just going to pause this video and come back in a day and 11 hours. We're going to speed this thing up. So, here we go. Here we go. Are you guys ready? Now, 50% is a bad roll. 80% is a perfect roll. And let's get that one more time before we go look at it. All right, just one more time. 50% is the worst. 80% is the best. Everyone's been having bad luck. It can't happen to me. Karma doesn't work that way. The law of averages say it's going to be good. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. What? 60%? That's the 25 percentile. Oh, it's like 0.1% better than Creator, but at least it works on all stats. Oh, man, that's a stinker, dude. That's a stinker. Oh. Oh, man. That is not what I wanted to see. Well, I guess I joined the ranks of all the bad rolls on legendary gear. I'll still use that. I mean, it's still... No, I probably won't use that. I mean, I'd rather put the tear suppression on. I mean, maybe... No, I'm not going to use that. Maybe for Rogers. Man, that hurts, man. Well, that's what it looks like. That's what it costs, and there it is. So... yeah, I mean, pretty much best in slot for everyone except infantry. The next things we'll talk about are the Gift of the Valkyrie and the Titan weapons. Titan's pretty obvious, man. It's a best in slot damage weapon. You guys really want a video on that? Basically, it's good for everyone that doesn't require accuracy. Anyone using like a 40% hit commander and 2 guaranteed hit gems like Chiefs, Golems, Raymonds, Stella's. Stella might require a little more accuracy if she's fighting infantry and she doesn't have guaranteed hit skills. But Nekajiros... yeah, Titan is just a monster. So, Gift of the Valkyrie is more just pure HP stat at the sacrifice of attack. I really don't see this as a good piece unless you're using it on someone like Galileo and Grievous, or people that have high defense, or Rogers, that don't need the attack necessarily and they can get it elsewhere. But I prefer attack in my helmet. But the game is still shifting towards defensive items, so... that's still in the meta, but no one's using full marches, or very rarely do people use full marches. So you don't see that gear. It won't be that useful. Armor of the Tyrant will be. Titan will be. Gift of the Valkyrie, probably not so much. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Me joining the ranks of all the bad roll peasants. But hey, that's the way it works, you know. Law of averages says the next time I'll probably get in the 75 percentile. But, whew, man. It's painful.